darkest tales come to life. Tonight, I'm sharing a bone-chilling horror story set in a foggy town of Blackwood, Maine, inspired by an eerie online legend and creepy posts from X about haunted places and restless spirits. This one's packed with dread, so grab a blanket, dim the lights, and let's dive into the terror. The Hollow's Hunger. Blackwood, Maine was a quiet coastal town of 1,500 people, nestled between jagged cliffs and the dense shadowy forest. Known as the Hollow, the air was heavy with the scent of salt and pine, and thick fog rolled in each evening, cloaking the streets in a ghostly haze. Locals whispered about the Hollow's curse, tales of missing hikers, strange lights, and voices that lured people into the woods, never to return. Some swore the forest was alive, feeding on those who wandered too close. Claire Hayes, a 24-year-old book clerk, had grown up hearing these stories, but dismissed them as folklore to scare kids. With her curly red hair and love for mystery novels, she preferred logic over superstition. Still, she couldn't shake the uneasy feeling that followed her lately, like unseen eyes watching from the dark. Clara had locked up Blackwood Books, the bell above the door jingling faintly. Her phone buzzed with a news alert. Local man vanishes in Hollow Woods. 5th this month. She scrolled through X where her post buzzed with chilling details. Photos of claw-like marks on trees. Claims of whispers in the fog. One user wrote, "Heard my name in the woods last night. Never going back." Claire shook her head, muttering, "People love their ghost stories." She pulled her scarf tighter and started her walk home, avoiding the shortcut near the Hollow. The main road felt safer, but the fog was so thick it swallowed the street lights, turning the world into a gray blur. Halfway home, the air grew colder, the fog denser. A faint sound stopped her, a low, guttural hum, like a distant chant. It wasn't the wind. Clara's pulse quickened. She flicked her phone's flashlight, the beam trembling in her grip. The hum became words. "Clara, come to us." The voice slithered from the direction of the Hollow, though she was blocks away. Her breath hitched. She walked faster. Her boots clicked on the pavement. The whispers follow, growing louder, more insistent. "Clara, you belong here." Then she saw it, a figure at the street's edge where the town met the forest. It was tall, impossibly thin, with no face, just a mass of withering shadows. Its eyes glowed a sickly green, unblinking, locked on her. Clara froze, her heart slamming against her ribs. The figure didn't move, but the whispers became a chorus. "Join us. Feed the Hollow." She turned and ran, her scarf catching on a low branch, ripping free. The footsteps behind her were wet and uneven, like something dragged itself across the ground. She reached her apartment, a small unit above the bakery, and fumbled with her keys. Inside, she bolted the door, panting. "Just my imagination," she whispered, but the lights flickered, casting jagged shadows on the walls. A scratching sound started slow, deliberate, from inside the ceiling. It grew frantic, like claws tearing through wood. Her phone buzzed. A text. "No sender. The Hollow sees you." Clara gripped a kitchen knife, her hand shaking so badly she nearly dropped it. A knock rattled the door. 3 slow, heavy thumps. voice cracking. No answer. She peered through the peephole. Nothing but swirling fog. Then a creak from her bedroom. The door was ajar, though she swore she closed it. Black mist wiped out, cold and thick, smelling of damp earth and decay. It curled across the floor, forming curled hands that reached for her. Clara screamed, slashing with the knife. The mist dissolved, but the faceless figure materialized in her living room, its glowing eyes burning or brighter, its body twitching like a glitch. Cleared it out. The fog outside so dense she could barely see. The wet footsteps returned, multiple now, closing in from all sides. She ran to her friend Lena's house, a mechanic who lived near the town square. Clara pounded on the door. Lena, open up. Lena, a stockly woman with a buzz cut and no-nonsense attitude, yanked her inside. Clara, what's going on? You're bleeding. Clara hadn't noticed the scratches on her arm, thin lines oozing red. It's the hollow, Clara gasped, explaining the figure and whispered. Lena's face darkened. She'd seen odd things too. Claw marks on her garage door, like those posted on X. My grandpa used to say, the hollow's alive, a spirit that feeds on fear. She said, it picks people and doesn't let go. They barricaded the windows with boards. The whispers crept in anyways. Clara, Lena, ours. The power cut out, plunging them into darkness. Mist slithered under the door, forming shapes like human-like, but wrong, with hollow eyes and gaping mouths frozen in silent screams. Clara remembered an ex-post about salt warding off spirits. They poured a circle of table salt on the floor, huddling inside with candles from Lena's emergency kit. The flames flickered wildly. This faceless figure appeared, its voice a low growl. The hollow hungered. Clara threw salt. It screeched, a piercing wail like nails on a chalkboard, and the mist recoiled. Run, Lena shouted. They sprinted towards the old stone bridge at the town's edge, where legend said the hollow's power stopped. The forest seemed to fight them. Branches snapped at their faces. Roots snarked across the path. Clara tripped, her knee slamming into a rock. Paint shooting through her. Blood soaked her jeans. Lena hurled her up, but the whispers roared. You can't leave. Shapes moved in the fog, dozens of figures, their growing eyes like fireflies. At the bridge, the mist stopped abruptly, as if hitting a wall. The faceless figure stood on the other side, its eyes dimming. Clara and Lena crossed, collapsing on the far bank, grasping. They didn't wait for dawn. They grabbed Lena's truck and drove out of Blackwood, the fog thinning as they left. Clara's phone buzzed with more expos. New disappearances, strange lights in the hollow, and a new town Clara tried to forget. But at night, she heard faint whispers. Clara, come back. She threw out her phone, fearing it was a link to the hollow. Lena burned sage around their new place, just in case. The hollow waited, its hunger satisfied, watching for the next soul to wander too close. Farewell from Midnight Whispers. Thanks for joining me on this terrifying trip into the hollow's grasp. If this story gave you chills, hit that like and subscribe, and comment to Midnight Whispers for more spooky tales every week. Got an idea for new horrors? Maybe a haunted lighthouse or a cursed artifact? Drop them in the comments below. I love to weave them into the next story. Stay safe in the dark, and I'll see you next time on Midnight Whispers.